Hello dear. Friends, this preparation was made by CR. Mo 7 and vulgar with love with joy with. Love with the rule that there is no me. There they. Friends, from the bottom of the heart, we wish to raise gratitude to the Creator. In joy for awakening our hearts toward the truth, and the truth is revealed when we are all here, in one desire that yearns for adhesion with the Creator each moment in this lesson. Let's feel His mercy coming down in us, because He gave each one of us a group where we can cancel our self-love, which is the necessary condition in order to attain the general goal, and we ask of Him that this common preparation for our lesson will bring us to such a point where we feel that there's nothing more important than what we're doing. Together we thank Him for everything. It's like an act that He already completed, here and now. Rights without any self-love it is impossible to achieve that with the Creator, meaning equivalence of form, and since it is against our nature, we need a society that will inform a great force, so we can work together on annulling the will to receive called evil, as it hinders the achievement of the goal for which man was created. For this reason the society must consist of individuals who unanimously agree that they must achieve it. Then all the individuals become one great force where one can fight against oneself, since each one is incorporated in everyone else, thus each person is founded on a great desire to achieve the goal. Rashes without enabling self-love it is impossible to achieve with the Creator, meaning equivalence to form, and since it is against our nature, we need a society that will form a great force, so we can work together on annulling the will to receive called evil, as it hinders the achievement of the goal for which man was created. For this reason the society must consist of individuals who unanimously agree that they must achieve it. Then all the individuals become one great force where each one can fight against oneself, since each one is incorporated in everyone else, thus each person is founded on a great desire to achieve the goal. Dear group, specifically thanks to great many scrutinies, we come to the conclusion that we share a single goal. Thanks to this request from the Creator, we have the strength to ourselves as a result of the influence of the light and a holy exerion of our teachers of the writings they prepared for us. We can, during these 2 hours, we can hold 10 in our hearts. No distance, even though our 10 is spread out in the center of Russia and the Caucasus Mountains, and no distance will separate between us. With the power of mutual guarantee, each one of us can be certain that his group is not only in his heart, but also above his head, and it's leading him confidently to the go from one morning lesson to the next. Please writes, once I have acquired this AB mentioned clothing, sparks of love promptly begin to shine within me. The heart begins to long to unite with my friends, and it seems to me that my eyes see my friends, my ears hear their voices, my mouth speaks to them, the hands embrace, the feet dance in a circle in love and joy together with them, and I transcend my corporeal boundaries. I forget the vast distance between my friends and me, and the outstretched land for many miles will not stand between us. It's as though my friends are standing right within my heart and see all that is happening. There's I become ashamed of my petty acts against my friends. Then I simply exit the corporeal vessels, and it seems to me that there's no reality in the world except my friends and I. After that even the I is cancelled and is immersed, mingled in my friends, until I stand and declare that there's no reality in the world, only the friends. Again, once I have acquired this above mentioned clothing, sparks of love promptly begin to shine within me. The heart begins to long to unite with my friends, and it seems to me that my eyes see my friends, my ears hear their voices, my mouth speaks to them, the hands embrace, the feet dance in a circle in love and joy together with them, and I transcend my corporeal boundaries. I forget the vast distance between my Friends and me and the outstretched land for many miles will not stand between us. It is as though my friends are standing right within my heart and see all that is happening there, and I become ashamed of my petty acts against my friends. Then I simply exit the corporeal vessels, and it seems to me that there is no reality in the world except my friends. And after that even the I is cancelled and is immersed, mingled in my friends, until I stand and declare that there's no reality in the world, only the friends. Dear friends, see beloved group, we were created in order to praise their Creator, so the revelation of the light to the world in our generation will come to life. We believe that the power will come and we'll be able to annul ourselves, because without annulment who are not able to connect. Only when we can turn ourselves into zeros toward the 10, toward the group, we're able to connect. And we ask the Holy to always dwell in the house of the Creator, to feel that we need His help and that we are in a tight connection, because everything is in the hands of heavens except for the fear of heaven. We need to aim our feelings toward love, toward ball, and then the mind will work in that direction as well. Say the main thing to ask is not who but what, and that's why there's joy in the act of mitzvah. And let's enter this lesson together. Right, the importance of the work is precisely when one comes to a state of zero, when one sees that he annuls his whole existence and being, for then the will to receive has no power. Only then does one enter the accuser. The importance of the work is precisely when one comes to a state of zero, when one sees that he annuls his whole existence and being, for then the will to receive has no power. Only then does one enter there. We have one active workshop. Let's work on this together, and the question for the workshop is, how do we attain the state called state of zero, so that we can come out of the power of the will to receive again? How do we reach a state called state of zero, so that we can come out of the power of the world to receive without inling self-love? We can't reach the adhesion with the Creator, and we have to achieve this nullification of our I and S, and we do it through the simulator. That is the friends, and this device. And we want to wish to fulfill the needs of the friends and nullify anything that prevents that. It's possible when standing before something great. Society, friends, the greatness of the Creator, the exaltedness of the Creator, then the will to receive is willing to all to come out of the will receives control. We need the upper force. That's what we do here with the light together. We ask that the light will correct our intentions so that we can come out of this self benefit. Yes, so we're in this process of building a deficiency, each one individually, and all of us as a 10, and society in general. We need to make the upper force our leader and to annul before it, and we need the deficiency for it accordance of the goal, and that's what we're trying to develop. Yes, the rule of thumb is the rule of the zero. The state of zero is really beautiful, because well, not the will to receive, but it's so that together we will ask the Creator, the light, to help us in that is just beauty and truth, and adhering to the Creator and loving the Creator rather than loving myself. How do I come from a state of 1 to 0? I need to pay for it. I need to pay with my 1. How do I pay with my ego? By admitting my dependence on the friends. To the extent I admit that I need the friends, I pay with my ego, and then I can diminish myself to 0 and turn them to 1 and me into 0. When a Taiti sets an example in a spirit, especially when we see that there are situations in life where a person receives states where he feels himself as 0, typically it's a result of blows, but then he feels the degree of control he has in life is 0. In our society, we were rewarded with going after that truth. Friends, we'll go into a science workshop. Let's enter a connection in one heart and feel the Creator there again. Let's enter connection in one heart and feel the Creator there, who we are reading in the study of T. Continuing from item 103, you can find the stud material on Kinfo, and in the AR system, you can also send questions live through this website. If you have a question here in the studio, please stand up, hold the mic close to your mouth, and speak loudly and clearly. Introduction to the study of the 10 item 103. This clarifies the two names applied to the Torah: revealed and concealed. You must understand why we need the concealed Torah and why is not the whole Torah revealed. Indeed, there's a profound intention here. The concealed implies that the Creator hides in the Torah, hence the name, the Torah of the hidden. Conversely, it is called revealed because the Creator is revealed by the Torah. The Kabbalist said, and we also find it in the prayer book of the VNA, go, that the order of attainment of the Torah begins with the con and ends with a revealed. This means that through the appropriate labor, where one first delves into the Torah of the hidden, he's thus granted the revealed Torah, which is the literal one, begins with a concealed, called Zod, secret, and then he is rewarded and when he's rewarded he ends in the literal one of the thoughts is that it's concealed cause we lack the proper appropriate vessels, so you won't destroy anything. Is this in the right direction? That too. Yes. MH, what does it mean to exert in the concealed? What does it mean to exert in the concealed? To labor in the concealed means that we do all the actions that can bring us to the revealed, because that's the will of the Creator. But how does it expressed in the inner effort? Do something concealed from me. How do I bring my internality, my feeling, my heart, my mind? What do I have to reveal? Actually, in order to get to the revelation of the Torah, we have to perform upon ourselves several actions, which is what brings us closer to revelation, meaning to study the concealed Torah and try each time to look for the revelation of the Creator in it. Should our guideline be according to equivalence of form with the quality of the Creator, we have to achieve that. Yes, so until you come to this equivalence of form with the quality of the Creator, what should guide me along the way when I know that when I labor and I truly want to reveal the Creator, since before I reach his quality I don't know if I reveal him or not, so what do I actually reveal along the way? As we study the Torah, we have to try to each time get closer and closer to the internality of the Torah. These are the way the Creator is concealed, and we're going to demand him to be revealed. I mean the fiend itself to reveal him daily. That gives me the yearning to reveal the Creator. Yes, what brings me to this prayer? That I wish to reveal him, the feeling that the Creator is concealed and I really want to reveal him. That's it. Thank you. We approach the Creator from the concealment when we study the concealed T, and we try with each and every action we try to discover, to reveal something of the Creator. What does it mean to study the concealed Torah? The laws written to us by Kabbalists who discovered how the Creator hides in the Shoah, and how to study the Dar so as to reveal the Creator. How do we pressure the Creator together to be revealed? How do we force him to be revealed? Yes, we all try to unite so that we have a big desire, and with that desire, we aim at the Creator and we truly obligate him to be revealed. Sometimes say that we need to accept the situation the way it is, anal, and be grateful. How does that? How do you reconcile that with a strong, hard desire for revelation? There are some states like this and some states like that. We typically want the Creator to be revealed, and we try each time to get close to him so as to awaken him from concealment. Come out of concealment. Do we have conditions before the Creator or not? We don't have conditions except just to know what other conditions we can use to reveal him. So what do we demand if we don't have any conditions that he'll be revealed? So the condition is for him to be revealed. Yes, okay, one more thing. Everyone have to reveal their secrets of Torah, or only part of the people? Ultimately, every man needs to reveal the Creator, the secrets of Torah, the tastes flavors of tea. Everyone, or not every, person has to reach it. As much as we understand, for now not every person has a desire for it, but through the study and through the connection between us we come to a state wherein each and every person this desire to reveal the Creator evolves, and to reach that, what do we actually demand by demanding that the Creator reveal Himself? We demand Him to be revealed in all of His actions upon us, and that we can realize this, carry it out, and thus discover Him and get close to Him. Also now we are controlled by His actions. Yes, what will be revealed? What difference does it make if I know that He's controlling me, or I don't know He's controlling me? I'm controlled by Him anyways. What has changed? What's changing is that we discover His actions, His plans, His goal, how we get to connection between us that is correct and desired, and that's where we reveal the connection with Him more. Yes, the person who is searching for the Creator, how does he change from a state where he says this is a secret to a state where he says this is literal now? What changes in a person? What changes is his perception of reality, the revelation of reality, the same reality he was in before, but he didn't feel it. That's what becomes revealed. Let's say a person once tries to solve a riddle or a problem. He's doing it out of curiosity, and here there's a challenge where we wish to reveal the Creator, but as we go through the challenge, the secrecy each himself changes. Yes, of course we change when we want to reveal the Creator. We have to adapt ourselves for its revelation, for if the revelation, what does that mean? That we have to take upon ourselves new qualities through which we reveal, and these qualities that are received, they are considered the transition from the secret to the literal. Yes, so it's not that the Creator is changing or being revealed, rather He gives us qualities that allow us to equate to Him. Yes, correct, where we say to search for Him in the Torah, we also say for Him behind the friends in the 10. Well, the Creator appears in the correct connection between us. We need to change the connection between us. That's the meaning of finding Him in the Torah. Yes, basically the connection between us is the device which reveals the Creator from concealed to revealed, and the connection between us is revealed, or it also starts with a secret and then gradually becomes literal. Yes, the connection between us is still secret, and we have to bring it to the literal. Why is the Torah concealed? It's not that there's any special intention in the two being concealed, rather it's the quality of the Creator. I understood that the Creator is concealed, and the Torah is a means that was given to the created being in order to change and reach the revelation of the Creator. Yes, so also the means is concealed. We begin with the concealed Torah and gradually come to the revealed Torah. I'll try to ask. Again, we say that there are laws of nature. The Creator equals nature, and if the created being adjusts itself, equates himself to the laws of nature, he reveals the system, but these laws of nature are also concealed. It's not like it's clear to a person, meaning the Torah, the system that corrects him, that should lead him to equivalent of format process. That system is also concealed from him. Why? How come the user manual seemingly is also not revealed to a person? The thing is, we're unable to absorb, to receive the laws of nature, because we are in opposition, in disparity of form relative to them. So we need to exert into labor in order to approach the revelation, and then it appears. What friend from is asking, what is the meaning? That the person begins with the study of with the secret and ends with the ch, the literal. It means that we need to reveal reality, to begin with as opposite to the revelation of their Creator, and then bit by the efforts we acquire new laws, new behaviors, until the Creator begins to be revealed. So what is the secret, and what is the literal? Anything that is not apparent to us is called secret, and anything that is becoming revealed is called literal. It says, it's written in the book prayer book of it, the order of attainment of begins with the concealed and ends with the revealed does mean that during the time of the von everyone started the secret that everyone then later moved to studying the literal how did it happen no also as today as well as in the days of the Gry those who come to study the concealed or the secret are those who have a strong desire for it. It doesn't matter what time it is, but times too of course have some. Yeah, but we're already at a time where relatively it is easy to shift from studying the concealed to studying the revealed. What is it that the creator is hiding in the Torah? How to extract the creator from the Torah? The creator hiding in the Torah means that if I engage in all kinds of actions in this world, I cannot reveal him, but only through the study of the Torah. Then bit by bit through the study, through the prayer, I come to the revelation of the creator. Women Romania, how do we combine the group work and with the searching for the concealed Torah? If we connect together in our study, in our work, in connection between us, then we bring ourselves closer to the creator. That's it for now. No, said we need to approach the friends. We need to live in a tea where we have all the forces that in the connection between us the creator is revealed. Question is, if we look at the 10 on a level of forces, not faces, there are a system of forces there. If I understand, and inside these forces there are certain qualities that repel me or that I like, and there are certain qualities that attract me and I want them. What do I need to learn, or how do I need to work with qualities that I dislike, that I reject? What does it say about me? What should I learn from it that you don't want to stay with? Some qualities, say take a friend, there are certain qualities that I like, and there's some qualities repulse me. Yes, what should I learn from the state where he has certain qualities that repulse me? How do I work with it? What should I learn from it? Basically, we have to be close to each other without any connection to the qualities that we see in the friends. No connection. Therefore, that's how we should relate to each other. To relate, yes, the question is, what can I learn from it? If I see equality in a friend repulses me, is that a corruption in me that I don't want to take care of? Certainly, you should accept it that way, that the corruption is in me, yes, and if I see a quality that I appreciate in the friend, it is great, so get closer to that quality, closer, but it attracts me. It's easier to approach something that I desire as well. You have to check whether it's the right quality. It's possible that this quality that I dislike repulses me. Maybe it's a quality that I lack and that I actually need. Possibly so. You're saying that in either case the work is with a friend to try to reach a positive emotion. Doesn't matter what's good or not good, and then the creator through that friend I'll be able to receive these forces that I require. Another question about the forces in the 10. If it's a system and each friend is like a force, we're only in the incorporation with them and in coming closer to them we can receive the forces in the 10 in the from the friends in the 10. And how much yet do we depend on these forces to reach a it's impossible to say to what extent, but we rely on them, we depend on them. Can yes, good morning Rar, I just heard you say that we have landed in a time now where it has become easy here to go from S to Y. Is that, can you repeat please? I just heard R say that we have landed in a time now where it has become easier to go from sword tat. Why is that? Why is this quality of time like this? Because there are many people here and around us in the world who wish to reach the revelation of the Creator. This is what brought them to our group, to our center, and through incorporation with each other in a way that we connect our desires, the goal, our actions, we just reach a state where ultimately this goal becomes revealed to us and we are included in it. Time we see that the world is more complicated, more violent. Does this help us to come easier to shut, or does it make it more? I don't know. We can't compare what existed several generations ago and what will happen after generation or two. after us we have to work in our generation and see what we have to do so as to reach the will of the Creator, and the will of the Creator is that we will reveal Him, and therefore all the actions that bring us closer to the Creator should be appreciated, and we should do them that more and more people come together to reveal the Creator. What happened was this: an awakening of the Creator. Why does it happen? Now we live in a special time where, indeed in many people in the world, the desire to reveal the Creator begins to be felt, and therefore as fast as possible. So what do we need to string this? We have to reveal the wisdom of Kabbalah to all, to strengthen the connection between us and study more. Do practice the study in the connection between us and in dissemination to the whole world. Please, Ken. Yes, allows this leap between degrees, between I want to do something and actually succeeding to do something only. Desire, but it's a kind of a type of leap. Also with the desire there's something of there's a before and after. There's something that, what is that? Something that changes the balance and allows us to do it. It's the same person, something changes that allows him to be more serious, to see it's something happening. What makes that something? The upper force changes man's desire, and then man feels that he can make the leap there force. Thank you. No, yes. You does a person know that is not exploited by self-love, but engaged in love of the Creator and the created beings according to his feeling, according to his understanding. Can I ask another? We exist only in order to give contempt to the Creator. Yes, thank you. Can from Venezuela is asking, there were many wars, world wars, famine, plagues, lots of suffering. How can we be certain that after additional suffering may be another world war, a person will change and come closer to the Creator? We're not certain. But this is what Kabbalists tell us, like Basim writes in this very introduction to the study of the TF, that we are in final stages of the revelation of the broken world, and that in our time, in our state, we can move to a new perception of the world. That woman from Turkey 7, I heard you say that we need to be connected. What is the connection? When each one of us actually has a deficiency or perception according to his own individual vessel. Again, what is the connection? If each one of us has a deficiency in perception according to his own personal vessel, it's a connection that we can make, because specifically because each one has his own qualities and desires, and so that we can better connect between us in order to discover the desires and qualities that are common to our the Creator. What is something in common when my vessel is mine and the friend's vessel is his? What can be mutual between us, that we influence each other, that we can be connected to each other and work together? We can. How can we detect that we're advancing from revelation, from concealment to revelation during the study? What are signs that point to that we better understand from day to day? We reveal more from day to day. We're more capable every day to be closer to each other. This is the attainment of the connection between us. What's the role of exercises? What are the most efficient exercises that help us reveal the secrets of Torah? The main exercise is how that we can let go of our individuality and come to connection. That's it. Yes. Akra, I wanted to ask about the Tarif, the concealed. You said that we need to discover that it's the thea of concealed. What does that mean? That a person studies and he begins to realize that he's studying the concealed. That a person comes through all kinds of steps, all sorts of means that are very different and foreign, and then he discovers that he's already studying the concealed. The concealed T is a Tara study, a practice that brings him closer to what's hidden in creation, which is the Creator, and the Creator influences the person as a hiding God, and he leads the person towards revelation of the Creator, revelation of reality, revelation of his quality, the quality of the created being himself. All of that is what the Creator reveals. I'll say why I'm asking, because I'm getting from you that the concealed Torah is not only the book before you, it's an entire system that surrounds you and gives you the conditions called the concealed Torah. Yes, essentially the revealed, the concealed too. It's all with respect to the person, and so that's also how we should divide. It's so how can a person enter into a process of the concealed Torah when he starts to move through the concealed Torah. He wants to get to know the force that's hidden in nature, and he wants to reveal it. That's why to him it is still called the concealed Torah, and by it he wants to reach the revealed Torah. What is included in the concealed Torah? What is it encompass? We can't know. It's all of nature, the revealed and the concealed. Ultimately, it is the same subject that we have to study so as to understand the actions of the Creator. So the process of concealment is all relative to the Creator, and when a person studies the concealed Torah, he grows the concealed relative to the Creator in the reality. If you got to a point where you define him as concealed, why is it considered concealed? You manage to define him as concealed. It's hidden or concealed because to the extent that I reveal my qualities, my intentions, desires or abilities, then I reveal that to which is hidden in nature, which is the Creator. How what is it remains concealed. If a person can define him as concealed, shouldn't it be defined as revealed if he can define it as concealed? Because according to the desire and tendencies and efforts, I get closer to him, and yet he also still remains somewhat concealed inside this concealed system of concealment. What is the role of the friends in it? They can truly help each other because they are each somewhat hidden towards the other, and through the efforts between them they can be revealed. Do I mean that their friends are concealed, and in the labor and the effort between them they are revealed in? What are they concealed, and then what are they revealed? Just as we feel each other, that to some extent everyone is revealed and concealed, but on what are they concealed? Relative to what are they concealed? It's all about the desire. It's all resides in or settles in everyone's desire. So in the process of studying the concealed Torah, do you need something beyond the concealed Torah? Do you need to expect it to become a revealed Torah? Or this is what he needs, the concealed Torah. It doesn't mind staying in concealment. No, he doesn't want to see before him a hidden world. He wants to reveal in the world. He's in a revealed world, and this layer of the revealed world, what does it add? What will it add to a person's reality once he has a revealed world? He reveals the Creator and his actions in all of reality. Got it? I heard about exercises to come out of my personality. Can you explain it, how to do it now? That's efforts you have to try to make to that will bring you closer to the Creator. I need to be in the friend, not to think of myself in what way. That too, yeah. Okay, when he says here that you need to labor in the concealed, in the secret, we have to understand it. There are certain study material. We have certain study material. We have the entire wisdom of Kabbalah. Everything that we read about in the articles of Rabash, for example, is that a secret, because there you have things that he brings from the Talmud and different harlers, and he's also what is considered a secret test, and it's not about what book is considered secret, or that the whole wisdom is considered a secret. It's all with respect to how a person approaches it and what he's studying. It's all with respect to their person. There's no connection here to languages, or let's say we see that when R explains about the weekly portion thereof it, we have to come to a place where the scriptures are something open before us. Should that be a result or not at all? Should it all become clear to us? All those books need to become open and clear to us, so that T and Zaw and Resh will be revealed, and the rest will open up where it shouldn't interest us in this way. It's not that important with what books we study, but it more depends on our attitude to the Topic because the secret. Torah the in principle is the Torah in which the Creator is revealed, and the revealed is when He becomes revealed. Can. Yes, so right to understand that all the holy books are the concealed Torah because it has to do with our attitude in any case for it to become literal. It has to go through the concealed. Yes, so if we engage in those books correctly, we seemingly engage in the concealed Torah. So, what engagement build in a person? I would ask again, what does it mean to engage in those books when they are in the form of concealed? I want to reveal the Creator by studying them. And what do you mean to engage in these books not in the form of concealed? If I would approach it not like that, if it is unrelated to the revelation of the Creator, I wouldn't call it engaging in the concealed. So the approach should be to want to reveal the Creator through the engagement in the Torah. Yes, and that's the meaning of a person engaged in the concealed Torah. Okay, what actually creates in a person when he approaches the study? It creates build vessel. How to understand what it's doing this engagement? It builds some vessels in him and brings him closer to the internality of the so it's all about the approach to the study. That's the main thing. Nevertheless, in the literature of the holy books there's a difference. The book of so-called the concealed Torah, other books are not referred to it to in this way. It's correct, but the truth is that's not the difference between them. To oh, 10 yes. So what is the role of reality? We need to reveal the secret. We're coming closer to it now. Here we go out. Each one enters his own reality. What is the role of that reality in our development? How to understand it? How do you define it? What is the role of reality? To gradually reveal the Creator to us so that we learn from the environmental reality more and more qualities that are necessary for the revelation of the Creator. And because the upper force is there are different flavors between the individual lesson and the general lesson, everyone's lesson. That would take him to equivalence of form. Yes, you explained that we need to demand attainment to demand revelation, and if I heard correctly, I heard that we should not put any conditions before the Creator, and I also heard once that anyone who wishes to attain spirituality, attain the Creator, should be willing to give up everything including spirituality. The question is how to demand attainment without it becoming a tip shell, without having the ego demand this attainment. I don't think you can find a verbal answer to this. What? Say it again. How to demand attainment without doing it from an egoistic place. That will only take me to the CIP instead of advancing me toward attainment. Can you help? I think bit by demanding attainment, new qualities develop in me so that I better and better understand what is it that I want, and that's how I get closer to the revelation of the subject, which is where there's me and the Creator, and then we get close to each other, but still it's within the person. We can't feel or depict something outside the person, it's all inside of me. Thank you. Can. Yes, we learn that the Creator says, I've created evil inclination, created the Torah as a spice. There's an equation here, or a person through the correction of the evil inclination. He enters into connection with the Torah and the Creator. And there's another point that we read, that there is a deep intention, since the concealed Torah implies that the Creator hides in the Torah, hence the name, the Torah of the hidden. So the question is how to connect the revelation, the correction of devil, connection the person to the revelation of the Creator. What is the connection between a person's revelation and the revelation of their Creator? I think it's a direct connection, because man is built, created in a way that's opposite to the Creator, and bit by bit he begins to reveal the same form as the Creator until he comes to a state where they truly equalize. Is it correct to say that I wish to come and reveal the Creator? When that happens, then I wish to correct the evil inclination, and the process of learning about the creator comes from within the correction that is taking place in the person. Yes, so what is the Torah in that case? The Torah, I would say, is the correct attitude relationship that there is between the creator and the created being. When entering the process of correction, a person first discovers the evil inclination, yes, the fact that he rejects what's outside of him, what's outside of him rejects him. Yes, where is the stage where the Dura begins to work on him? The T always works on him, always changes him. I don't understand what you're asking. My question is how to identify the work of the Torah of the evil inclination as it's written of created evil inclination. The Torah is a spice, so how to detect the action of the Torah on a person, and from that to reveal the creator. That's what I'm trying to go for. The action of the Torah is the upper light, which works in all of reality in the qualities that the creator wants to develop. Can we say it's found in a person? Yes, I see inside of me a certain attitude toward the environment. When can I say that I've received this remedy of the Torah in order to approach the creator? I'm clear about the first stage. What is the second stage? The second stage, what's the first stage? Revelation of the evil inclination. Okay, revelation of the evil incarnation, and then second stage is Torah as a spice. Yes, so what do we reveal there? You reveal that if you want to discover the Torah as a spice, then you are drawn to the light of in the light that reveals all of reality to you. Thank you. Yes, who reveals the creator? What is the revelation of the creator? Who is revealing the creator? You don't need someone to reveal the creator besides our desire. And is that revelation in the desire or relative to some attitude to the other? The attitude to the others is this, the area where we meet the creator. So what's concealed in the attitude toward the other? Love. Why is it concealed? Because it's against our nature. So our work is to want to reveal love, which is the quality of the creator relative to the other. That's all that we're lacking, all that's lacking. You said that we need to make a leap. I understand that there's continuous permanent work in order to work on this area. What is the leap inside this work? I didn't say the word jump or leap. Is it about persistence and consistency, or is it about sprinting into this a switch that has to change in our attitude? I truly don't understand what you're asking about. We are working to reveal this attitude of love between us, and in that area to reveal the creator, we apply more and more pressure. What will be considered a revelation of the creator? We've discovered the force that connects us do have to be in a certain measure. It could be a certain extent. What does it matter? See you, as long as we're working on this in this place, this area. What are we lacking in order to see that we have some contact? Because right now we feel disconnected. We work in the connection between us. So just as you now feel detachment, you have to feel the contact. How do I come to this feeling? I don't know. Keep going, keep working on it. Okay, other questions? Yes, it feels like something new is revealed in humanity, a new period, new era. Humanity is entering something new. What can we point to and say this is what's revealed in humanity? Humanity indeed has a question, faces a question. Where are we headed? What about us? Where are we developing to this state where we're starting to ask, as you say, when you start to have a question of where are we headed? Someone working on the dissemination or teaching. How can we use this new means that's revealed in humanity according to one's questions and qualities, and the inclination that he has? There's this allegory about the friend who discovered water in the desert, and he wants to tell his friends about it. It's clear to us that we all feel that you've discovered something and you wish to tell us all about it. Certain craft. How do you tell someone? How do you share with someone something you revealed, you discovered? If you want to learn this artwork, this art form tomorrow, each one of us as a teacher and instructor and Needs to tell people about something he revealed, discovered. How do you share that? It's when each one imagines how he discovers it. He tells himself how he discovered it to everyone. What should he tell everyone so that he's understood? He has to depict it to himself. And what does he? Is he careful about not sharing? There are some things that we should be careful not sharing, probably. And can you tell us what should we be careful not to share as a teacher in the future? No, that needs to be understood from one's development. Thank you, Tan. Okay, I want to ask for some advice how to get rid of the meaning of life imparted to us by the evil inclination. There's a feeling that we hit a wall. The evil inclination is revealed, and beyond the wall you have the Torah, but you can't get through that wall running in circles, linked shoulder to one another. To climb that wall, we be ready to dig underneath the wall to help the friends that fills us with pride that it's tough work and we engage in something important. How to stop this hopeless pursuit around ourselves and simply ask the Creator to let us in. You answered your own question. The problem is that evil inclination brings a fog, gives us meaning to what we do. No, you feel like you're engaged in something important, that you're chosen. You can die in that state. Yes, without even coming closer to that. What scares you? I don't have any advice against that. You said that what's concealed is the quality of love. Is that correct? Is there anything else that's concealed? Is that the only thing we need to reveal love? Yes, or it's a means to reveal other things behind it. No. There's nothing besides that. No, it says that also today we seemingly bestow to one another. Bestow, we just don't feel pleasure, love from it. Is this what's concealed? What's concealed from us is a quality of love and bestow that we have to attain pleasure from the quality of bestow. That's what's concealed. Well, let's say I don't know. Like if I'm taking care of a child, I have no pleasure in it, but if I know it's my child, I begin to enjoy myself. Nothing changed seemingly except that feeling. Is this what's concealed? Let's see. Have to be attracted to this. I don't know. Together with everyone, turn to the Creator and try to connect with the friends so they give you an example, and you then will also get close to that meaning. The environment can depict the stat as is exalted, so exalted that a person will be attracted to it. See you, if I want to sell someone, let's say, this emanation, sell the idea there's something concealed and you're going to reveal it. There's no words to describe this feeling. You can't really attract people to this. It's weird because love is quite that people can understand, but this, what does that depend on the environment or other things? No. From we develop and grow in concealment. Question is, how can we make the correct additions? The effort specifically from consumer. She's asking correctly, but a person who is in concealment from his state, he begins to feel what he's missing in order to achieve wholeness, and this is how he changes himself. No. From PT6 I heard that the attitude, so the other, is the area where we meet the Creator. How do we attain love of friends specifically in where 10 we try to talk about it, develop it as much as possible, and then we come to attain the state. 33 women, does a person always discover a more internal form of the Creator together with the revelation of the Creator? Yes, that's it. Quickly, you doesn't matter. Time is friends are asking for an ad for some advice, and I said in one of your lessons about the shade, about what's concealed, and I remember seeing you talking about the screen to try to resemble the Creator. How through the concealment that I place on myself I can reveal the Creator more. Maybe we can expand on that. What does it mean that in my relationship with a friend I wish to place this curtain, so I will show that I wish to give and I don't want to receive anything in return? Maybe you can say something about it. I don't have that in mind at the moment. Following the friend from MOS Mushy, in order to reach an attitude of bestow, a person gives up rela to everything only through reception. This state called concealed on the way to that they have to be drawn to this state, or you need to get through a state of total darkness, and you push through it forcefully somehow. We have to go on our path, go forward on our path, and when the time comes will pass. That's it. I don't have what to add. It's also not something that is known in advance. All those systems of the study, the organization here, to some extent they're all supporting a person, even though he doesn't want it to help him get through it, and even though he doesn't understand, the light works on him, and then he, yes, okay, what are we doing next here? We only have 2 questions key. 1. When I feel love for the friends in there. 10. You said that love to the friends is the place where we meet with the Creator. We're exactly in that place to meet the Creator, yes. In my attraction towards the friends, that's where I meet the Creator, yeah, that's true. I feel that I need to aim myself at this work to feel in my heart the love for this friend, for the friends. But how is the Creator revealed in this love? What exactly is revealed in this love as the Creator? The mutual desire, the longing. Good morning, RAV. The study of T. The concealed Torah. Is it for keeping a commandment, or just observing the Torah? What did he say? I'll repeat. The concealed study. Is it depend on a person who feels the atmosphere of the, or the calm is the study of the concealment. Depend on someone who feels the transgression, or the observing of the commandment. Transgression, a transgression, a sin. I don't understand the question. SH understands. It is a person's advancement. Depend on him feeling the punishment from transgressions, or that he's drawn towards the commandments and the observing of them. Gilad, yes. Gilad, I think the question was when a person defines that now he's studying the concealed. Is it because he discovers his transgressions or his commandments? Why does he determine that this state is called concealed? He now reveals the concealed P. Yes, now he determines, now I'm studying the concealed, or my attitude to the reality is concealed. The Creator is concealed. Is it because he discovers his transgressions or his commandments? Which, why does he define it as concealed? I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Okay, we're going to move to the next part of the lesson, yes, and sing a song. First, face after face, race after race, from one cage to another, mask after mask, task after task. Lost in the sense, through you there's a cry, through you there's a light, a place to be discovered, through you there's a way. Together we pray to rise to see the face of love through their eyes, together as one, and now we arise, and every word and echo from the sky, breaking the walls, hearts unit. And in you I see a picture of me, through you I find my flaws, through there's a key, a place where we can open doors. Together we hear the fire it burns, a chance to feel alive, a song from the heart singing that love will cover our cry, to see the face of love through your eyes. Together as one, and now we arise, and every word and echo from the sky, breaking the walls, heart you to see the face of love through your eyes. Together as one, now we are, and every word and echo from the sky, breaking the wall, hearts you. We are reading select excerpts on the topic of On the Verge of Lishmer. We'll continue with excerpt number 3 from Rash. Feeling the vitality in the Torah requires great preparation to prepare Kez body to be able to feel the life in the Torah. This is why our sages said we must begin in Lishmer, and through the light of Torah he obtains, while still in it will bring him to, since the light in it reforms him, he will be able to learn Lishma, meaning for the sake of the Torah, which is called Torah of life, as has already attained the life in the Torah. For the light in the Torah will have given such qualification to a person as to be able to feel the life that is in the Torah. Short questions. There are none. Yes, there is. Well, with the guest in the host, he says, there's a meal and there's the host, and I need to concentrate on the hostess. Spite of the meal, how will we discover the life in the Torah? Do I take this vitality, this pleasure, and use it the revelation of the giver of the Torah? Not falling into the pleasure in this life. I don't understand. In the excerpt he said that a person who prepares his body receives from the Torah vitality. Life is the greatest vitality, is the greatest pleasure for a person in this world. How does a person not fall to the pleasure in the study of Torah and thinks only how to only take out greater vitality, but rather uses it as a means, a testament to using it to reveal the giver of the Torah, and focus more on the giver of the Torah, and not all the things that are the life in the Torah around, and all that it seems as if that is what attracts him. So that's exactly my question. What's this guard that a person protects himself from not lowering his hand from the giver of the Torah and being drawn to him to the goal rather than on the way between us and the giver of the Torah? There's endless pleasure. How does he not fall to that place? He just gives him pleasure, constantly thinks how it is possible to come closer to the giver of the Torah. Yes, but I myself have no power. I can't fence myself or put walls around myself. Do I need to ask the giver of the Torah to help me not fall into the pleasure of the study of Torah, for to protect me from all the vitality I receive in Torah? Yes, thank you. He writes here that we need to learn for the sake of the Torah, meaning to learn it may. Yes, why? For the sake of the Torah and not for the sake of the Creator. It's because a person needs to receive the force from the Torah in order for it to bring him to the giver of the Torah. So what is the meaning of learning for the sake of the Torah? For the sake of the Torah means to the outcome that the Torah needs to bring a person. So to learn what is that for the sake of the Torah. In this Torah he then discovers that it's the Torah of life. Yes, what is this life in it? That the Creator prepared it for the person in order for the person to reach true life. And what are the true? What is this true life? True life is that a person is what a person reveals in the Torah, special force that a person receives, and this force directs the person to the internality of the Torah. The eternality of the Torah are there two things. There's the Torah and the giver of the Torah. Yes, what is the Torah actually? Torah is the upper light, and the giver of the that is the Creator, and he is not the upper light. I don't know how to define him. What's the difference between this and that, between light and the Creator? Light is clear to us that it is the upper light which illuminates to a person, and to that extent a person receives the quality of bestow. Yes, and the quality of bol. How is it connected to the Creator? The quality of bestow comes to us from the Creator. Okay, when a person starts to discover the giver of the Torah, the Creator, what happens with the Torah? Why does he need the means if he already reached the Torah? No, the Torah needs to illuminate to him ceaselessly. When a person reaches attention with the Creator, with the giver of the Torah, what is there in the middle between them? In the middle between them is the Torah. And then how does he interpret the Torah? What is the Torah? Friend, Torah is the Creator's inequality. Thank you. Can yes name from this excerpt? I understand that the Torah, only when he attains the life in the Torah, it's called Lishma. Yes, so what is Lishma? Lishma is before that simply Rabash. In his articles, we read all his articles last year, and there he always starts by saying that there's the correction of the creation, and there's the purpose of creation. He talks about the Torah and the Torah of life. He's talking about the flavors, the tastes in tea, the correction of creation, about the correction of the Torah. He talks about before the Torah. I understand, meaning that the Torah is already, well, he says there's the deposits, the P and advice, the counsels. So the Torah of life seemingly is already the deposits, the light in the Torah already. Yes, so what is Lishma? And he calls Itma. He says this Isma because it's for the sake of the Torah, where he feels the life in there. So it turns out that Lishma is prior to that, yes, until he attains the light in the Torah, the tastes in the flavors in the Torah. So it turns out that Elameh is a stage in which he attains the counsels in the stage where he builds the vessels of the Ineh. Yes, so it turns out that a person who is spiritually developing begins to build vessels. Ofu And this is called, so it's not understood, because, seemingly. Well then, where are we in relation to this? That's the question. Actually, we are not in this, meaning the entire first stage of correction of the creation is called lishma, yes. So does it mean that we're studying on the verge of, and we're learning, meaning we're learning on the verge of trying to enter lishma, yes. And what is our stage now called? Before, what is that stage called? However you want to call it. And what's special in this stage of lishma? Why is it actually called lishma? It is because we are in lishma not for the sake of the Torah. A person begins to acquire vessels of bestow, corrects himself gradually. Now, no, not now, in lishma, yes. What happens there? What is this lishma? It is that a person reveals that he is in lishma, and he acquires the vessels of bestow. If he acquires the vessels of bestow, then he is in lishma. So that's the question, because he says first correct the vessels, and then receive their lights, yes, and to receive the lights. It's called Torah, and according to what we read now, that already you can say that, so the correction of the vessels is still lishma. Yes, so why is it called lishma? If he's correcting his vessels in vessels of bestow, he still can't work with those vessels in order to bestow. What does it mean that he acquired a vessel of bestow if he cannot work in it in order to bestow? What's in this vessel? I don't understand you. In what state is the person? I'm asking why the stage in which a person begins to acquire vessels of ball. Yes, not yet the lights in those vessels, just the correction of creation. The correction of the vessels, yes. Why is that called lishma? Because he cannot work in order to bestow, but he's correcting himself gradually. He's correcting vessels through what actions? That's my question. What does it mean that he's correcting the vessels? That he's now correcting and acquiring vessels of bestow. What's happening to him there? Can he bestow? Does he want to bestow? No. So what's unique about these vessels? He says the correction of the of creation. First of all, that's the first stage. Does anyone want to explain to me? No? Well, no. And you'll need to exert more, yes. Gee, I feel what N is asking is actually saying. It seems to me like what he's asking is if a person is already correcting his vessels of ball, but has not concluded that correction, yes, that's still called lishma. Yes, so what does he have in those vessels? What is a corrected vessel that you can't work with? Yet when it's completely corrected, it's already, yes, but when it's not corrected, there are many degrees of not corrected. What does it have in it? How can you even define it as racially? That is a little corrected, and is that it's on the way there? Yes, but is that yet he cannot bestow with it? Yet still not. So how can he know something about this vessel if it's a vessel without light, or there's some light in it? That partial, what is this thing between this and that, between not corrected and corrected? That's how it is. That's the state. What can you do with these vessels when they're not quite corrected? Continues. What can he do if that's how he is? Meaning he has nothing to do with them, but there is what to do. Continue. Works with them in order to continue. More and more forces of bestow, he says here, to qualify to prepare his body. Is this what we're talking about? Yes, his entire desire is called his body. So what's in this process that a person can say, I prepared it a little, I prepared it more? By what does he measure this refining or this preparing of the body? I don't know, but he can feel something, as much as from his desire he transitions to in order to bestow a little bit from in order to receive. Is it a matter of feeling or understanding, or it's all in feeling? Okay, I think that's what N.E. was asking. Yes. SH, if this can be clarified, if we're talking about his body meaning 1 CLE, then you can think of it that it's either 0% or 100% correction, and the process in between, or you need to think about many vessels in a person is each time in a different point, some corrected and some not. Yes, what's more, correct many vessels. So the vessels, so there are there vessels that are even corrected at a certain stage maybe, and they do receive light. There's feeling in. Then, partially does a person even have preparations towards these vessels that he has meaning it feels what is a zeally a desire for a person is yes so. There are desires in him that he corrected and those that not. Yes so we have to do we need to aspire to discern such discernments. Yes and the correction is that a person does what we do the upper light comes and changes him or does a person need to try and work in a more specific guided way speak. What you said is enough. Yes, what does it mean to study for the sake of the Torah? Studying for the sake of the Torah means studying and conducting all kinds of actions in order to reveal the force of bestow in the world. Because we said that the study is the study for the sake of the Torah, so what you define now is called to study lishma. Yes, thank you. Yes, the question is whether there's a sharp transition between corporality and spirituality, like a person attained a screen and that's it, he's in spirituality, or is there a process where he has half a foot there and gradually he can feel spirituality gradually this way? Yes. No, in a stage where a person is in lishma, is there a way to measure what he's missing in order to reach lishma? So simply continue until it's revealed. Yes. No. Well, we said that to prepare his body is to prepare his desire. Is it connected to the expansion of the vessels, even if it's for the sake of reception, the whole part of lishma? Okay. Seemingly okay, so let's go to the 10. If we're wanting in the 10 to prepare the body of the 10, can you, what is it that we need to focus upon most? Opening the heart. Incorporation. Connection. Incorporation mostly. Thank you. Yes, David. A little more on this. There's this concept of he shall swallow and regurgitate it back up. Yes, this happens that we're working in lishma until the vessels invert and then light can shine in them. Yes, but is it correct to think that actually all the light suddenly is revealed at once, or it's also there later on stages? Seemingly there are stages, so I think that is the question. What is this state in which it already starts to illuminate, but not really all the light illuminates? Well, is that already the LMA, or still that there are degrees, so we're not managing to understand precisely, even technically, when it becomes from or to already being? Is there even such a precise definition in terms of the correction of the vessels and their filling? I don't understand exactly what you're asking about. What point? What state? The state in which a person is constantly working still in concealment, like Rob explained, where he already feels that he's advancing. When does this stage receive an inversion? Inverts from what to what? From continuing to work in concealment. At some stage we talk about a person supposed to be receiving light or a certain revel. It depends on the person. If his goal is to bring contentment to the Creator in everything that progresses the person to, that is called the increasing of that attainment. A person will define himself in that development that he's already working in lishma, or is he working in lishma that leads to lishma? No, it's imma, meaning despite the fact that a person doesn't yet have the actual lights in the vessels, he already feels that he's working lishma. Yes, okay, so maybe that was that discernment. Yes, to attain the goal of where a person discovers there a great gap and feels, as it's written in the text, that the effort needs to be in drawing light during the study. Yes, there are moments of grace during the lesson where a person feel, or I feel, that I'm in this effort somewhat in this drawing of light. I wanted to ask, I'm certain there are friends who are more in such an effort during the lesson more than me. How can you be focused on such an exertion here while we're studying through connection with friends? At is all meaning it's a certain buffer between me and the light, that aim of the work with the friends in our common action. Yes, okay, who else was there? Yes, can. We learned that there are 125 degrees where a person starts to climb. These degrees, between those degrees is there lishma, or is it already Lishma, if a person rises in degrees of Lishma, then even when he is between the degrees, he is in Lishma O. Again, yes, how does a person know that he's moving in the right direction? From one day to the next, the person needs to feel that he increasingly respects the quality of bestow. Yes, in addition to that, are there other landmarks that you can identify? Could be, how do you know what those landmarks are? I don't know what to say. Okay. Yes, friend from 17 asks, it's written to feel the life in the Torah. One needs great preparation to prepare his body to be able to feel the life in the Torah. What is the preparation of the body? And how is it expressed? It's the preparation or qualification of the desires that in them the person feels the extent to which he receives life from the Creator. Must go 8 Latin 15 and P6 are asking, what is the life in the Torah? Life in the Torah is the light in it, the reforming light, the light that reforms the person. A friend from Latin 11 is asking, how do you prepare the body to feel the life in the Torah? How to prepare the body? It is that the desires of a person do not want anything other than feeling their connection to others. From Mac 16, does a person who feels his vessels changing needs to check whether he's immer or not lishma, or to actually leave the scrutiny and continue to work from a state of loneliness? Do I actually need to scrutinize where I'm at atma orma, or do I just need to always work continuously in this state of loneliness? What doesn't matter where I'm, you just need to continue to work. That's incorrect. We have a goal. A friend from Turkey 8 is asking, can we bestow before the completion of our corrections? That is a question. What does it mean to be if I am myself and then friends can bestow through me? Then it's I'm bestowing. She continues to ask, can a person bestow when all the corrections were completed? How and what would they bestow? Certainly not so. You can only bestow before the corrections were completed. Yes, G may be one little question, or what protects a person from enjoying for himself on the light, but rather be completely in Lishmer. It is a question, but the Creator protects the person in every state. That will be the Creator doesn't leave us, all of us, and all of us together, and he brings us closer together. So in that state of Lishmer, he needs this protection all the time. Yes, the matter of contentment to the Creator, I feel that I have no grip on that direction of bringing him contentment. Inish, can you already come closer to such a feeling that we want to bring him contentment? What is it exactly to bring him contentment? How do we exactly bring that feeling closer to us, the inner inclination towards it? If you understand what is receiving, then the opposite of that is called bestowing. Then there is no problem to do actions that are in order to bestow friends and also to the Creator. Yes, let's say to friends it is understood. It's something you can look at, you can clothe in it somehow. You can try to really feel that I want to delight in the joy of my friend as an example, support him. That yes, what's the connection between that and bringing contentment to the Creator? That I can see that I can support the friend and bring him contentment. Yeah, how does this connect to bringing contentment to the Creator? That's beyond me. Concealed. What do you need to do in order to bring the Creator contentment? To do to support friends, incorporate with them, love them. No, so that is seemingly supposed to bring him contentment. I just don't feel that I'm bringing him contentment in this. When will you feel it? Could be that I'm just in ma, that you will truly bring the Creator contentment, then you will feel it. Yes, well, is it correct with that only in Lishma? Yes, in Lishma we have no grip onto such a thing. How could there be? That's what I write. You do an opposite thing for the time being, so are supporting the friends today are still not real, not completely right, not real, certainly right. No, well, can yes. To expand on's question, most of the forces we invest in finding the laws of Torah, observing them, and the connection with the giver of the Torah is on the edge of our exertion in the final point. So how do we expand the B boundaries of connection with the giver of the Torah? It is according to how the Creator expands his influence, and you seemingly become swallowed in his influence. Does it always need to be from a person, and what he does it always need to be like the edge of his thought, the end of his preparation? Yes. So, is there something that he can add from himself to expand on this connection person? Yes, because it always seems like a point, like the end of the end. There's somehow it's like a point. That how do we expand it to a connection? Yeah. We still need to talk about that. Yes, sir. Friends need my prayer, or do I need to pray to the friends, or is it this and that? Does the Creator need the prayer of the people of Israel in order to come to the purpose of creation? Yes, and also the opposite of that. And also the opposite. Thank you. Kent friend is asking, and we see there are 125 degrees. Are there also degrees in Lishma? Degrees offish, or is it simply one period or of time? I don't understand that. What degrees are there in Lishma or in Lishma? We say that the moment a person enters Lishma, there are 125 degrees until the end of correction. Degrees of Lishma. Yes, that he correct. The question is whether also in Lishma there are degrees. No, we don't count them, but 125 degrees. Emma, we need to discuss that sometime. Yes, so T is that all? No. Okay. Yes, thank you. There are friends here sitting in their lesson. That some of them you can maybe say condemn this kind of work, meaning sans come to me and say to me they would prefer to study test because it gives more possibility to draw their light. What can you answer to such friends? They should turn to me. Why are they turning to you? Why altogether not to understand that through this study we can also draw light? Can certainly we can. So how do such friends need to come to the understanding? I don't know. Why are you speaking for their behalf? They asked me to ask. They asked my question on the path. We have many stages in order to reach Lishma. It starts with a covenant, incorporation, annulment, just impregnation. What do we need to focus on now? How we can reach through all those means, meaning in the end it's just the tar that can bring us to. But what is the best means to work with in order to draw the tar, to draw the light? The best means that influences us and that can bring us to LMA, to the goal, is how we study that from or we come to Lishma. That's all. Thank you. Can. Yes, what's the difference between the Torah and what we receive from raising man when we received mud? What's the difference between Torah and mud? It is that we study the Torah, so by doing so we draw the reforming light, and that is what we want to happen. That this light will influence us and will elevate us from one degree to the next. That is all that's called mud. That is called mud, or the reforming light, or the reforming light, and that's still not the degree of Lishma of life that we read about. That is still no. And when we talk about the vessels being corrected and you can't use them, that's called to bestow in order to bestow. Yes, thank you. Actions we do in the 10 with the friends. Yes, states in which you perform an action and in advance you know it's in order to receive. You identify it on yourself, and sometimes you manage to do it. You try to do the maximum in for the sake of the 10, not for yourself. Yes, in the end we discover, at least I do, that it's still in order to receive. What's the difference between this action where I'm trying to do something that is completely pure and I discovered that it's not? And it all depends on your discernments. On your discernments we need to reach a state with upper light that dresses in us, comes down from him again, the upper light that works on us. What does it mean to come down through him? So a person kind of feels it, or that then the person feels. So the actions we do in the 10 meetings and all these exercises, they gradually at some point start to illuminate at point. Yes, what in the 10 do know it's not Right question, I'm sorry. You will reach that yes. Muse, are there different forms of drawing the light? Let's say we read in item 155, a person reads the text and test doesn't understand the concepts, but he has a route to his soul, and from that understanding, but because he longs for it, the will makes it the light has one way of operating on him, another way. Friends ask questions, and I'm trying to incorporate with their questions a third way I don't know during the meal. We're trying to connect meaning. Are there many forms, or is it only according to what we read in item 155, and all the rest is just preparation to come correctly to that text? As much as possible, we need to continue to unity, to inner connection between us, because seemingly when I read the text and I try and I don't understand, and I try to connect, it's me and the text and the author, he will connect. So are there other actions to draw the light, or is that the action that I learned with the friends before the text and try? Let's say test specifically, or so yes, so that is the action, yes, so that's what we're asking. We don't do a lot of such actions, we do many other actions. It's enough, meaning it's enough what we're doing for us. Is that okay? Nice. 12. Okay, so Di, what's happening next? We are going to move to the study between the friends, and we'll read test the study. So we have a transition, and we'll start. We are reading from the study of the T, Volume 1, Part 1, Chapter 2 in a light. Item 2, start with the words of the Ari, and then we're going to relate to the words of the beginning of the line touches in. So we should not perceive this act in its superficial meaning as a human act where one does one thing and then another while no longer performing the first act. There is no greater materialization than that, because he is not subject to change and episodes. It is written, I the Lord do not change. We are not discussing himself, but only the light that expands from him, however, because there is no change and incident and motion in itself, and he is in complete and utter rest, so must be the light that expands from him as long as it does not reach the emanated being, meaning as long as it did not clothe the vessels, only then does it come to exit itself and become an emanated being that is renewed and receives from him. We have already explained that this renewal revolves primarily on the vessel of the emanated being, meaning the will to receive in the emanated being. Although this desire is spiritual, it is nonetheless a new form and an incident, since it is not necessitated in himself. However, the light that clothes it is not new, for it extends from himself as existence from existence. The actuation of the Apol light is according to the measure of the vessel, meaning the vessel is affected and receives from the Apol light as an innovation, which is necessarily an incident. You should know that all the innovations and the cascading of degrees regard only impact on the vessel and its reception from the upper light, for only that is subject to change and multiplication. However, the light itself is always in a complete rest as it expands from his. Understand that well and remember every single word of it for the rest of the study. In this wisdom, according to the above, you can thoroughly understand that the upper light does not stop shining for the created beings even for a moment. It is not subject to change and innovations, but is in complete rest. The whole issue of the restriction and the aforementioned departure of the light regard only the influence on the vessel and its reception, meaning the middle point. In other words, although the upper light does not stop shining, the vessel did not receive any of its illumination because it diminished itself. It diminished its will to receive so as not to receive in its fourth phase, being the middle point, but only in its three preceding phases, the will to receive of which is for and where the will to bestow dominates. The light was unaffected by the restriction and did not change its way, just as it illuminated in. And so it illuminated during the restriction and after the restriction, and in all the worlds, even in the world of AI, it did not stop shining for a minute, but it is the vessel that make all those changes, for they only receive according to their measure, being the measure of their will to receive. Now you can understand what the Ari meant by the word straight line extended from the light of, and it means that the place of the space itself, meaning the vessel that had been emptied of the light of Enoch, itself caused the extension of the line from, and by of the diminution that was renewed in its will to receive the measure of its current reception after the restriction of its phase 4 is called cav line, meaning relating to its previous reception in phase 4. That filled the entire place, however, now that she does not have that great will to receive, but only the previous 3 phases of their desire, whose will to receive is frail, it is regarded as that vessel not receiving more of the light. The ends, but only one line of light, the entire place of the vessel remains empty and vacant from light, because that minute light that she receives now is not enough to fulfill the entire place of their vessel. That happened because of the wanting of phase 4 that diminished it. We see that the upper light was not at all stopped by the restriction, and it did not change so as to extend the light as one line. Instead, this whole great change happened because of the vessels of reception that were diminished and became unable to receive from the light of n more than a very small measure called line, according to the measure of her desire, that is, because she does not want more than that measure. Friends, we're going to finish with a sentence we heard from As words in my attraction to the friends, that is, where am I? My attraction to the friends is where I meet with the Creator. My attraction to the friends is where I meet the Creator. 3 announcements on. From the 1st of November, the art system will only be for members only, so we request that you take care of your membership there. Any question you have, our support team is ready to help you at the email help. C.1 we're going to have the learning about the integration of AI and dissemination, where we hear about projects already using AI, and we'll learn some basics of AI to use in dissemination. It's on Friday, November 11th, 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Israel time, and it'll be broadcast on the Arwood system scheduled for today. We have talks about the path at 11:30, afternoon lesson at 12, 5:30 TAS, and 700 p.m. ZAR.